hello and welcome back to the Steins visual novel. This really wears me down, so this is the last part of this bundle that I'm going to do work on it of it. Well, anyhow, we're continuing on from the teleportation, figuring things out, how the phone wave operates. Name subject to change, by the way. All right, I still don't understand why my memories seem to disagree with everyone else's. They're getting to the heart of it. Something went down when Okabe was supposedly at the conference. The microwave shot out lightning. Okabe says, that reminds me, I sent you an email back then. Did you get it? Daru says, an email? Kurisu asks, that email you showed me at ATF yesterday? When I nod, Kurisu comes closer. She says, it said someone stabbed me at the presentation, didn't it? Okabe says, yeah, but for some reason, Daru's phone received it a week ago. Huh? Daru says, huh? Wasn't that one of your stories? If it wasn't, then that would make the timestamp weird. No kidding. You get a message from 1 week from the future. That's pretty interesting. Okabe says, I always speak the truth. If you don't trust me, I'll show you my send history. I whip out my phone and call up the history. But it's gone. Not a trace of that mail remains. According to my memory, I think it was about 30 minutes after Dr. Nakabachi's conference. About 10 people, including me, saw Kurisu's body, panicked, and fled Rarikan. That's when I sent the email. That email. But no matter how many times I check, there's no record of it. It should be there, but it isn't. Oh, fascinating. Just like the banana inside the phone wave name subject to change. Where did it go? I could have sworn I sent it just before 1 p.m. Daru says, oh yeah, that was when the discharge phenomenon happened. The show I was watching was about to end. Suddenly, a flash of inspiration strikes. Inspiration. Edison would be proud. This isn't something you can accomplish with effort. Basically, I'm a genius. I turned to Daru and Kurisu with a huge grin on my face. Okabe says, I get it, so that's what happened. Kurisu says, huh? What? Daru says, oh, this is one of Okarin's usual habits, so don't mind it, seriously. Okabe says, silence! I have reached the answer, and now the world will tremble. I slap the top of the phone wave name subject to change. The disappearance of my mail, the strange timestamp, and the sudden electrical discharge must be... related somehow. They're stunned at his genius. Kurisu says, and?
Huh?
Okabe, huh?
何か関係があるのは分かった。で、何かって何?
Kurisu says, I understand that they're related somehow, but how?
それを調べるのがお前の仕事だ、クリスティーナ。
It's your job to figure that out, Christina, Okabe says.
橋田さん、この人と話すの疲れる。
Kurisu says, Hashida-san, talking to this guy is so tiring. Try doing a commentary on all this. Holy heck.
最初はみんなそうだよ。基本的な対策は真に受けないこと。
Daro says, everyone's like that at first. The trick is not to take him seriously.
そこ、俺の言動を全否定するな。
Okabe says, and you call yourself my right-hand man? Whatever, I'll prove that I'm right. If we can reproduce the electrical discharge phenomenon, it should bring us closer to understanding the timestamp mystery.
ダル、放電現象が起きた時の電話レンジカッコ仮の状態を教えろ。
Daro, describe the phone wave name subject to change's status when the discharge phenomenon occurred. Okabe said.
結構無茶な状態にしてたんだよな。自分の携帯を電話レンジにつなげてペケロッパで操作可能かどうかテストしてた。
Dara says it was kind of a mess. I'd connected my phone to the phone wave, and I was testing to see if I could control it with the X68000. I disconnect the phone plugged into the phone wave, name subject to change, and replace it with mine. And then I hear the door open in the lounge.
ただいまー。お腹すいた。
Tadaima, Mayuri says. I'm home. So hungry. Well, they messed up your food. Mayuri comes in carrying a convenience store bag. Brings a lot of calm to it. Looks like she's done with work.
唐揚げ食べようっと。ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン。
Mayuri says, time to eat some chicken, juicy chicken number 1.
おかり、バナナ買っといてくれた？ねえ、おかり。
She continues, Okarine, did you buy the bananas? Hey, Okarine. Should be hey, Okarin, not Okarin. She said nay. That means hey. There we go. Look at that. It almost looks like she's the one who has the umbrella, but not really, because it's just a bit of the background. When she enters the development room, her eyes go wide to see another girl here.
お客さん？
Mayuri is so bright and cheerful and positive. Mayuri says, huh? We have a guest? Once she notices Kurisu, Mayuri bows her head with her usual smile.
まゆしです。よろしくね。
Mayushi desu. Mayuri says, I'm Mayushi. Nice to meet you. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
マキセです。ラボメンになったみたいです。
Kurisu says, I'm Makise. Apparently, I'm a lab mem now. That's so neat.
ほんと？すごい！女の子のラボメンだ。
Mayuri says, Honto? Really? That's sugoi. Great. Another girl lab mem. Yeah, she was the only one.
誰？ペケロッパでどんな操作を？
Okabe says, Daru, what were you doing with the X68000?
さっき言った通り、メールの着信設定の調整だって。遠隔操作のためのメールを受け取った時のモニタリング用でさ。
Daru says, like I said, I was adjusting the incoming mail settings. I was monitoring the moment it received mail for remote control.
だから同時に120秒の冷凍機能を使ってた。
He continues, that's why I put it on freezing mode for 120 seconds too.
PC からでも冷凍機能を起動できるようにしてやんだよね。昨日はそのテストもしてたんだ。
Daru says, I made it so that you can start freezing mode by computer. I tested that out yesterday too.
メリー、ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを電話レンジカッコ仮の中へ。
Uh-oh. Okabe commands Mayuri. Mayuri, insert the juicy chicken number 1 into the phone wave. Name subject to change. Or food.
みんなも唐揚げ食べる？一個ずつなら
Look at her
あげ
in
ても
scope
い
of
いよ。
Daru. Shorter girls are cuter. Mayuri says, you want some? I can give you one each. With her usual ditziness, Mayuri puts the chicken inside the microwave. Daru explains what everything on the computer monitor means. Which would be a lot, which is why they just wrote this bit into here. Doesn't look that different from using DOS. Alright, let's check it out. DOS, short for Disk Operating System, an early 16-bit operating system. Ah, the floppy disks. I enter 120 number on the keyboard and strike the enter key. The phone wave name subject to change starts up. The juicy chicken number 1 starts spinning backwards on the turntable. Although on the recording it will probably be like that. No? Whatever. Kurisu stares hard at the phone wave name subject to change as if to not let any anomaly, no matter how slight, escape her notice.
これで放電現象が起きた時の条件は再現したはずだな。
Okabe says, so we've reproduced the conditions that existed when the discharge phenomenon occurred, right?
どうだったっけ?
Daru says, how was it again?
そこに突っ立っている助手。
Okabe says, you there, assistant.
は？私？
Kurisu says, Watashi? Watashi? Yeah, Watashi. She says, huh? Me?
他に誰がいるのだ?
Watashi, Watasi. Maybe Watasi can be short. I don't know. Okabe says, who else?
いつから私はあんたの助手になった？
Kurisu asks, when did I become your assistant?
いいから、俺のメールアドに何かメールを送れ。
Okabe says, just send something to my phone. If we've reproduced the conditions correctly, then if she sends something to my phone while it's connected to the phone wave, name subject to change, it should arrive with a timestamp from the past, not the present. But my assistant, Kurisu, just scowls.
私、あんたのアドレス知らないわよ。
Kurisu says, I don't even know your email address.
使えない助手だな。
Okabe says, what a useless assistant.
勝手に助手にすんなと言ったろうが。
Don't call me your assistant, Kurisu says.
誰？お前の携帯からメールを。
Okabe says, Daru, send an email from your phone.
なんて?
Daru says, sure, but what?
適当でいい。
Okabe says, anything. Daru says,
クリスティーナは変態。これで送れ。
Okabe says, send Christina's a hentai.
変態
禁止って言っただろ。
Carissa says, I thought we agreed to stop saying hentai.
じゃあ間を取ってオカリンは変態で。
Didn't say that, but I said that. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. This is so lengthy that we gotta cut it again. So that means I have to wait until the next bundle I do for us to recreate the experiment. Whoop. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more of the Steins Gate visual novel. I will see you up ahead. Take her cool.